All right, guys, this is something completely different today. Let's try out this tier list of WWE stars finishers. Now, the pictures are small. I'm old and feeble. I can't make any of them out, we're just gonna skip them. But this might be fun to not only see how I rate the finishers, but how it compares to how you would rate them. And also, if you guys enjoy this and you'd like to make your own, this is at cheermaker.com. You can make your own tiers of anything you want. But if you have a wrestling related tier you'd like to make it up, get the link, and hit me with it in the comments of a video. And if it seems like something fun for all of us to do, I'll give it a try. But let's jump right into it and see. I'll be anxious to see how different my list is from how you guys feel about things. Now, okay, we're starting with, I want to make sure you guys can actually hear me. We're starting with, Brock Lesnar's F5. Obviously, I'm a big Lesnar fan, but I'll try not to let how much of a fan of somebody I am influence it too much. I think it's a top tier finisher. I don't think it's S. I'm going to give it A. It looks good. It's not one of the most devastating moves I've ever seen. Not one of the biggest pop generators I've ever seen, but it's a good finisher. Now, who we got here? Is that, I can't tell. Is that Dean Ambrose, you guys? I can't remember what his finisher is called. I don't want to be unfair to Dean. If it is, in fact, Dean, I'm going to give him a B because I'm blanking out on that one. You guys are probably yelling at me right now. And this is that AJ? Yeah, that's AJ's. Oh gosh, what does AJ call that finisher? The style splash or whatever he calls it. The one where he locks the guy upside down, puts the feet over. We had a conversation about it in one of the other videos about how important it is to get your head back to take that bump. I like that finisher. It's good looking. I don't think it has the excitement, the pop ability that some of them do just because it takes so long to set up. So I'm going to I'm going to give it an A though. It's a good finisher. And here, you guys see what this one is, right? This is the RKO. I can see better on my monitor than I can on here because it's actually bigger over here. The RKO. If that's not S tier, I don't know what is. And it's not just the move itself. It's obviously the insanely imaginative ways that Randy Orton pulls it off. And he always everything he does is just so brilliant. Oh, okay. Now here's the phenomenal forearm from AJ. I like that move a lot. I think it looks good, but as a finisher, I don't know. I don't think it's that powerful as a finisher. So in that respect, I'm going to give it a B. You know, it's a cool move. And now we got, Batista. And that, I don't remember what he called it, but it was basically a back bump. It slammed you down. What? Gosh. I can't remember the name. It's commonly done. You see that a lot. You know, that same bump. And again, it has a name. And you guys will learn watching with me. And some of you have been with me a long time know nouns are what really get affected most by my post-concussion syndrome. It's names of things. I can remember events. I can remember happenings. But names just escape me all the time. That one, I don't know. As a finisher, it's something that a lot of guys do, and his doesn't look that much more devastating. That one's just a C to me. And here we got, is that Bret Hart sharpshooter? Sharpshooter, quality move. Always got a good reaction. We'll put that in the A tier. And now these two Japanese wrestlers I don't recognize. I'm sure a lot of you guys do. In the comments, tell me who they are and what that finisher is, but I'm not going to rank it because I don't know that one. And this is this Jericho's Codebreaker? I like that. I'm going to have a lot in the A tier, I think. I like that move. It can be, like the RKO, is something that can come out of nowhere. Makes for a good pop. It's imaginative, the move. Yeah, I like that one. And CM Punk's Go to Sleep. I'm trying not the fact that I'm not a huge Punk fan interfere with my thoughts on it. It's cool. You know, the drop, bring them up off the shoulders, bring the knee up. It's imaginative. It was something that, in fairness, and again, nothing to do with Punk as a person, it was never anything that got a huge reaction from me, like, holy crap, look at that. So we'll give it a B. Now who is that? Oh, that's Eddie. Eddie Guerrero's Frog Splash. Now, here's something that Frog Splash is something that's been done, or similar types of moves off the top rope, whether they call it Frog Splash or not, have been done for years. But Eddie got so much height, and it was just so iconic the way he delivered it. He goes up to A tier as well. Eddie could deliver that thing and make it look spectacular every time. I'm not sure, I'm going to say that's Edge giving that spear. If I'm wrong, I'm reading the wrong thing. That looks like Edge to me. Let me look over here. Yeah, I think it's Edge. Edge's spear. The thing about the spear is so many people do it. The first one I saw really making it huge was Rhino calling it the Gore. But Edge made it look really good, and because of that, I give it a B, because Edge could really make it look strong. The Stone Cold Stunner. I don't know how that isn't an S tier. Again, had everything. It was something that, boom, it happened like that. The crowd pop from it every single time was amazing. Innovative move. That's an easy S tier right there. Oh, Ric Flair's figure 4 leg lock. Now we're getting into the legends. A lot of guys have used the figure 4. None for me with the effective psychology that Rick could employ. Because what really made, everything Flair did special was the stories he could tell and the way he would structure his match to lead into the figure 4, the payoff to it and everything. He would set the move up. And that's an S tier finisher when Ric Flair does it. Oh, that Angle Slam. Is that what he ended up calling it? Had a couple different names. But Kurt Angle Slam, and here, is that where he's getting Big Show with it? I think it is. That was impressive. Getting Big Show up for that. That's an A tier finisher. It's not a heavy impact. I'm factoring everything in when I judge it. So it's not just the impact itself of the move or how deadly it looked. It's how it was set up, how it was delivered. I'll give him an A. I think that might be KO's pop-up powerbomb. Guys, right here. I think it is. I'm going to go with that. I can't quite see the shirt to be sure. I think it's KO's pop-up powerbomb. If so, I really like that move. I don't think it's one of the most imaginative things I've ever seen, but it's cool. I'm gonna give that one a B. I don't know who this is. Now we got two. I'm this one right here, guys. I'm just not sure what that one is. If you guys in the comment section, these first two, or these two that I don't know so far, tell me who they are, and if nothing else, if you want to read through the comments, I'll tell you what I would have graded it if once you explain it to me, I know what it is. Kane's Chokeslam. I can't give Kane's Chokeslam S tier because too many people do the Chokeslam, and a lot of people have made the Chokeslam look really good. Big Show makes the Chokeslam look really good. Undertaker might be the best ever. So I like the Chokeslam, but I got to give Kane a B for that because a lot of guys did that well. Jake the Snake with the DDT. I had mentioned in that short that I posted earlier that I think Randy Orton's DDT that he does off the middle rope, I think from the looks of it, the way it looks, and the way Orton sells everything, I think it was even better than Jake's. However, Jake was the one. I don't know if anyone did the DDT before Jake. I don't know of anyone who did. And given that, and that it's become so iconic and Jake could deliver it, you got to give... I would... No, nothing against Jake the Snake Roberts, but I would not place him as an S tier wrestler. But that's an S tier finisher. The Tombstone from the Undertaker. with the legacy that has behind it, that's so easily S tier. You know, when people saw him putting people in position for that tombstone, you would blow a house apart. Yeah, that's as iconic as it gets. Who is this one, guys? I can't even guess. I have no idea who that is. Probably somebody I should know. And the next one too. The next one, I think that's Test delivering that. Close on, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to rank that one either because I'm not sure that's Test. But again, just let me know in the comments who these are. The Hulk Hogan leg drop, well documented. What I think of the whole Hulk Hogan leg drop as a finisher, I think it's a D. Now that's not me shitting on Hogan. I'm not talking about Hogan as a performer, as a wrestler, anything. But as a finisher, a leg drop? No, come on, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. The Master Lock. It's full Nelson. Big, strong guy putting on a full Nelson. I mean, oh, hold on a second. No. We'll give him a C. Again, it's a full Nelson. And he's a big, powerful guy. There's lots of big, powerful guys in wrestling. The Stink Face. Just for the, again, I'm factoring in crowd pop. You got to give him an A just because of the crowd pop. I mean, we all loved it. Come on, the Stink Face was amazing. How could you not love this Stink Face? And it was original and it was different. Oh, Kurt Angle's ankle lock. Another one. The A level is going to be packed, but yes. Are we still? Yeah, everything's still up there where you guys can see it. Yeah. How can you not love the ankle lock submission? It was, again, it was something different we hadn't really seen a lot of before. And it was really good for building great tension within a match as somebody tried to break out of it and everything. Yeah, everything about that move was good. Oh, Goldberg's jackhammer. Not a Goldberg fan. Great move, though. And I do respect the fact that when Goldberg gave Paul White the jackhammer, I do remember reading something where he said he wasn't going to do a finisher unless he felt confident he could do it on everyone. And Paul White proved that he could. And I do respect that. You know, he would only go through with it knowing that he could use it in any situation. As much as I'm not a Goldberg fan, you gotta make that S tier. It was legendary. Okay, now we got Daniel Bryan. I forgot what he called that, but his submission hold. Daniel Bryan, I mean, phenomenal worker, and we know he was a real life MMA style fighter. That was a cool submission. I liked it. I never got excited about it. I'm going to give it a B. And is that Roman's? I'm thinking that's Roman's spear. Once more, those spears look good, but so many people have done them, and there's only so much you can do. A lot of how good a spear looks is on the guy who takes it and how well he puts it over. So I'm going to put his in the B level too, just for the reasons I outlined. Okay, these are doubling up. I want to make sure you guys can still see everything on here. Now we've got, that's RVD, isn't it? Rob Van Dam? Is that Rob Van Dam? I think so. RVD Splash, I really liked it. Again, it wasn't super original, but RVD, like Eddie, could really deliver it. Although I give Eddie a little bit of an edge. I'm going to give Rob a B on that. Okay, a B on that one. The Razor's Edge, Razor Ramon. That was a really cool and different finisher. But there were parts of it too. Again, it was something that was really cumbersome to get into. Whereas with The Undertaker, with the tombstone, boom, you're up in position, and actually holding that position got everybody ready for the big finish. That didn't seem to take as well with Razor's finisher. with the Razor's Edge. I don't know if you guys agree. It was a cool move though. It's an A or a B for me. I'm just for the originality and the optics of having somebody look look like they were on a cross up there. I'll put them in the A category. The 619 with Ray. Okay, let's be honest. The 619 is a great finisher, and it's great because it's cool that Ray came up with that. That's wildly original. You know, that's loop-de-loo he did between the ropes. Does it look devastating? No, not even a little. So, given that it doesn't look that strong, I'm going to still give it an A because of its originality. And Cena's finisher, the FU or whatever he ended up calling it. I'm a big John Cena fan, so this is not dumping on Cena, but to be honest, the impact of it doesn't look that great. The best thing about that finisher was, again, he could do it to everybody. He was so powerful, it didn't matter who you were going up for it. But I'm still going to give that one a B as a finisher. I think I'm not one of the Cena haters. I love the guy. So I would rank him high on the all-time list of professional wrestlers. But that finisher's like, it's okay. Then the rock bottom. I wouldn't call that S tier. I don't think it elevates to there. But boy, The Rock could pop a crowd with it, and it looked good. It didn't, it wasn't as devastating looking as some of the other finishers, but I'm going to that's a solid A. Macho Man's elbow. Just that picture, if you can make it out there, of Macho Man right here, says a lot because Savage delivered that really well. An elbow off the top, it's like maybe not the most innovative thing in the world, but Savage got such height, and he would, if you remember, as that picture shows, Savage would be selling that thing all the way down. And I like that. I like the way he sold that move from the moment he leapt. So he goes into the A group. And Shawn Michaels super kick. Shawn could make, as the old adage goes, obviously could make a match with a broomstick look good, and he could. The super kick, the first one I remember making that really big was Gentleman Chris Adams back in, I think it was the 80s. He was using it. So the super kick has been diluted because so many people use it, and now it's not even a finisher. You have super kick contests and everything, and I think that's taken away some from the legacy of the super kick. Shawn Michaels is one of the greatest wrestlers I've ever seen. But the super kick finisher, I don't think is one of the greatest finishers I've ever seen. That's a B level for me. And, the stomp. That's a tough one because Seth's stomp is cool and different. The only thing I don't like about it is, it has to be so, and this is true with a lot of them, but it has to be so perfectly set up for that stomp to come through. And it looks cool. It doesn't look deadly. I'm still going to give it an A, though, for its originality. It was very original. And finally, the last one we got is the People's Elbow. I'm not sure how to grade this. As far as pop, as far as response, it would be S tier because it got such a huge pop. But we all know it was created as a goof. But it's professional wrestling. There's nothing wrong with the fact that it was created as a goof. I don't think I can take it all the way to S tier because of its innate silliness, but it definitely deserves an A tier just because of the way it would pop the crowd, and it's just so legendary. Okay, I think we've got them all there. I think our S tier class is pretty impressive. The RKO, the Stone Cold Stunner, Flair's Figure 4, Jake's DDT, Undertaker's Last Ride, and Goldberg's, what the hell do you call that finisher? Went right out of my head. But Goldberg's Jackhammer. I think that's a legit S tier grouping. Do you guys agree? So let me know what you think. Let me know where you agree with me, where you disagree with me. And these 4 that I couldn't rate, let me know if you guys know who they are, and we can talk about what we think, where they think they should have been rated. And also let me know if you like doing these tier lists, because we can do more of them. This is a lot of fun.